Some weeks ago I wrote that Fabricio Werdum was right not to fight a short notice replacement when Cain Velasquez pulled out of their scheduled heavyweight title rematch. I stand by that belief. Once Verdum's opponent pulled out with an injury 2 weeks before their scheduled fight, the heavyweight champ had no responsibility to single-handedly keep the card together. Similarly, when featherweight champion and lightweight title challenger Conor McGregor was told this week that his March 5th opponent, Rafael dos Anjos, was out with injury, the Irishman had no responsibility to keep UFC 196 together. After all, McGregor fought just weeks ago against one of the best of all time, Jose Aldo, and already risked a lot by deciding to move up in weight to 155 pounds. Now that Dos Anjos is out, McGregor would have been smart to simply move on and wait to fight the Brazilian or someone else with proper notice. Instead, the 145-pounder agreed to fight a brand new, much larger opponent, Nate Diaz, at 170 pounds in a short-notice welterweight super fight at UFC 196. It may not be smart, but goodness gracious, it is admirable. This isn't new territory for McGregor. This past summer, Aldo pulled out with injuries from their scheduled UFC 189 main event. Conor had the title shot sewn up, and there is little doubt that he would have been able to fight Aldo later if he had waited to face the legend once he'd healed. Instead, McGregor took on a much more difficult style matchup on short notice in Chad Mendes. Notorious reportedly didn't hesitate to accept the Mendes fight. Of course, he won after going through a meat grinder in the first round and eventually got his fists on Aldo in December. In fact, this is the fourth time in McGregor's short UFC career where he's agreed to fight a different opponent than was originally scheduled. Several of those happened while he was still climbing the ladder, trying to get attention in any big fight he could. It was one thing for McGregor to have been willing to take those risks as an up-and-comer needing recognition and paydays. It is a whole other beast for him to continue to fight all-comers now, as a superstar champion with lots to lose. Conor McGregor is one of the richest, most famous fighters in the world. Turns out, he's also still one of the most hungry.